Hi, my name's Darren Ray, Senior Climatologist with the Bureau of Meteorology in South Australia. My role covers everything past the week ahead. So I look at broad-scale climate influences such as El Nino and La Nina, the Indian Ocean dipole, and the seasonal outlook and what's happening through the season ahead. El Nino and La Nina are a pattern of influence from the Pacific Ocean which are quite important for Australia and South Australia. In the El Nino phase, we see weaker than usual trade winds blowing from east to west across the equator. That allows the warm water normally in the Western Pacific to move into the central and eastern parts of the Pacific Ocean along the equator. And where the warm water is where the moisture rising up off the ocean surface into clouds and rainfall is. So we see in El Nino events, weaker than usual trade winds, breakdown of the circulation over the top of the equator called the Walker circulation, and a shift away from Australia of the moisture producing and rainfall bearing clouds. In La Nina events we see the opposite occurring. We see stronger than usual trade winds developing, and that pushes warm water around northern Australia even more than usual. That increases moisture availability and cloud, leading to cooler and wetter conditions. The Indian Ocean dipole is a pattern of variability in the northern Indian Ocean, kind of like La Nina pattern of variability, but across the equator in the northern Indian Ocean. In the what's called the positive phase, we see cooler water to the northwest of Australia and warmer water near Africa. And we tend to see sinking down of the atmosphere over northwestern Australia and reduced moisture availability, which results in drier and hotter conditions, particularly through August, September, October, before the events get killed off by the start of the Asian monsoon in November. The negative phase is where we see warmer water than usual off to the northwest of Australia, cooler water developing near Africa, and that tends to increase the moisture rising up off to the northwest of Australia, leading to increased cloud and rainfall feeding across in the northwest across Australia. So in the negative phase, we tend to get increased rainfall, cloudier conditions through June to October, and particularly through August, September, October. So the Bureau has a whole range of weather, water and climate information that can be used to improve your decision making and provide environmental intelligence in terms of what's going on and what's likely to happen through the week ahead and through coming months and through the season ahead. So we have a whole range of information available on our website that is available through smartphone technology as well. So we have our short-term forecasts on the Met-Eye page, rain radars, on our climate and past weather page we have our seasonal outlooks and our El Nino Southern Oscillation wrap-up, which gives you a background on the broad-scale climate influences such as El Nino and La Nina and the Indian Ocean dipole. So we have water-related information as well, so things like our landscape water balance modelling system. For the best week ahead forecast information, you can access that through this Met-Eye tool. You can also access it on your smartphone or tablet by going to m.bom.gov.au on the browser on your smartphone or tablet. On here you can use the GPS on your device to find the current location. That will find the closest grid point on that 6-kilometre grid to where you are using the phone's GPS. Or you can search by a location or postcode. On here we have the current forecast for this location. There's a tab for the closest radar image. And also on here we have the observations from the closest Bureau automatic weather station. For even more detailed information, scroll down the page so we can see the maximum, minimum and forecast and likelihood of rain for each day through the week ahead. But going down the bottom of the page, we can launch the full site and look at the tables of conditions for each day in 3 to 6 hour time steps. So we can see, for instance, clicking on Thursday, we can see the likelihood of rainfall at different times of the day and the wind speed and direction in those 3 to 6 hour time steps as we go through the day. So this is a really nice way of keeping an eye on what's going on and what's forecast over the next day or week ahead when you're out and about and using your smartphone and tablet. Weather, water and climate information and forecasting is continually developing and has come a long way in the last 5 to 10 years. So there is a whole range of information to help maximise the profitability and potential and to minimise the impacts of extreme events across the pastoral areas. So if I was going to suggest a few things to do, go and have a look at our new Met-Eye forecasting system for week ahead information. Go and look at our climate past weather page. And in our outlooks, subscribe to our outlook so you get the latest information coming through the end of each month about what's expected through the coming few months periods. And have a look at our 3 to 4 minute climate video.
Welcome to the Climate Water Outlook for July to September 2016. La Nina remains on the cards, but it's unlikely to be as strong as a 2010-12 event. The strongest driver of Australia's climate in 2016 is likely to be the Indian Ocean, which is fueling the chance of a wetter and cooler year than 2015. First, let's look at recent
So this is something we've been producing over the last year or so, and a really nice, concise way of getting a good sense of what's going on with the broad-scale climate influences like El Nino and La Nina, these major influences which can have significant impacts on the pastoral areas. For more detail, go into our El Nino, La Nina or ENSO wrap-up, and you can subscribe to that as well.